Welcome to the Breath of Fresh Air webcast for the 22nd of December. I am Charles Taylor, and I got Patrick Brackett with me. Say what's up, Patrick.
How's everybody doing tonight?
All right. Well, the topics we're going to discuss for this one, we'll talk about last weekend's NFL action, and we'll discuss whether or not it is time for Peyton Manning to be back in the starting role for the Denver Broncos, and we'll also discuss Odell Beckham's actions in the game against the Carolina Panthers. So let's start with the NFL action from this past Sunday. What caught your eye? Well, besides those two things, what caught your eye about the action?
Well, I watched a few of the games. Of course, I watched Atlanta and Jacksonville, and man, people are still telling me I'm crazy, man. All my friends are like, I don't know why you looking on this Jacksonville team, but man, they played Atlanta hard, man. They're coming, they're coming, they're up and coming, man. People may not believe me, but man, they're up and coming. But I would have to say the biggest surprise I saw out of all last week, say the New York Giants, man. The New York Giants, they made a heck of a comeback, being down 35-7, and putting that game into making Cam Newton have to make plays. So I really watched those two games, and then there was what was the other game? I'm trying to look and see. Arizona and Philly, that one.
Ugh.
God, dude, that game wasn't even as close as the score even projected, dude. And it was like 40-17 Arizona. Look, this is reason why I pulled this game out. It's not to bash on Philly, which they probably desperately need.
Yeah, Philly's garbage.
No, I bring this game up, man, for one reason, man. Arizona is clicking. Everything is going good for them right now, man. They're going to be a hard team to beat in the playoffs, and with them only having 2 losses on the season, it looks like they're going to get a bye week in the first week, and they're going to be hard to beat come playoff time, man. But that's the reason why I brought that game up, is to point out Arizona, and they're firing on all cylinders right now. That team looked good Sunday, man.
Listen, Patrick. Yes, Arizona looked good. Don't know how they beat the Patriots, man. I understand they got some breaks, or they got a couple of special teams touchdowns, punt block, punt return, and an interception return. But Philly, and they're just in the race because they play in the NFC East, which we have well documented. And I think they'll probably get beat by Washington next week. And so that'll be all for Philly. And then we'll see whether or not Chip Kelly lasts. But you're right. Arizona is good. Yeah, they do look like they're clicking on all cylinders. I will point this out, man. They lost Tyrann Mathieu for the season. Big loss on defense there for them, because they depended on him to do a lot of stuff.
Well, he's the captain of your defense, man. Yeah, he was a huge loss. But even with that loss, man, I still think that this team is going to look really good come playoff time. And as it looks now, I guess as it stands now, just to get to the NFC Super Bowl, everything's got to go through Carolina. But as statistics have shown, most of the time undefeated teams don't look that good in the playoffs. Now, I will say this: I hope Carolina does a lot better than most of those teams. I would like to see another team go undefeated all the way through. I hate the Miami Dolphins for the fact that they're the only team that's ever done it. But and granted, the Miami Dolphins that year was only this 14-game season, right?
Yeah, 14-game regular season.
So I'd like to see Carolina go a little further, but this is where I have to start pointing out that Carolina is starting to get very cocky. And what happens to cocky teams? I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't, because I like to see Cam Newton get a Super Bowl with an undefeated season. That'd be kind of cool. Um, but they're starting to get cocky, man, and it happens to cocky teams.
Well, I think, yeah, they definitely had a lapse there. Coming up in the game against the Giants, they were up 35-7 in the third quarter, and the Giants came back and almost won that game. Definitely, what that might do for Carolina. I mean, that can go one or two ways. If they were getting cocky, something like that can bring them back in and put them back into reality. They are not unbeatable. You're going to have to continue to play games, finish games, and make sure you keep that foot on the gas, because if you do let it off, that's what could happen. So I think Carolina is all right right now. We'll see how they come back against Atlanta.
Oh, dude, don't worry about Carolina on that team. Don't worry about them.
Hey, well, but it's one of those things where I mean, I agree with you, but
Carolina ain't got nothing to worry about next week.
But it's one of those things. Look, hey, a game you should win. Take care of your business, and if you get that lead, keep the foot on the gas. That's what I want to see. It's one of those things where they have to develop a killer instinct. Another game that I really wanted to point out was Pittsburgh, the comeback they had against Denver.
Yeah, that was I saw the highlights to that. I didn't watch any of the game because I was focused on I was watching other stuff, and kids really started to get antsy in the house, so I had to go outside and play. So that was a good comeback. Pittsburgh came back and did their thing, man, in that game. Like I said, I only watched the highlights, so I don't really know too much about the game, but from what I saw, starting in that second half, Pittsburgh really started putting it together and really started making some good defensive stands. And I mean, it was just moving the ball like crazy. It was insane. So
yeah, the offense really just started clicking, man, because Denver's defense was doing pretty good, and then all of a sudden, Big Ben throwing to Antonio Brown, Marquise Wheaton, and Martavius Bryant. They had no answer for it, man. So it was Pittsburgh's a dangerous, dangerous team, and if they're able to get in there, they can make some serious noise. They're that team nobody really wants to play. And real quick, also, Kansas City. Got to mention Kansas City. They won 8 in a row, and now all of a sudden, this will bring me back to Denver. Now all of a sudden, Kansas City's only a game out of first place in the AFC West.
flying under the radar too.
But very much so. But they have won 8 in a row. They're 9-5, looking really good, playing good defense. Alex Smith taking care of the football. They're actually going down the field a little bit with the offense. So Kansas City, look out for them as well. But that will bring me back to them. Like we mentioned earlier, we wanted to talk about whether or not it's time to go back to Peyton Manning. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they're not winning with either quarterback at this point. My question is when are we going to start looking at Peyton Manning needing to retire? I mean,
that'll be soon. I mean,
it has to be. I mean, look, this man, he is one hit away from being paralyzed from the neck down. Right, that's one. I'm gonna tell you right now. I like moving my feet. I like feeling my body from neck down. Not in a perverted way, but maybe in a perverted way. Who knows?
Depending on the situation. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Just depending on the situation. I got
feel my body all the way down. But look, man, let a doctor tell me one hit and you'll be paralyzed from the waist down. I'd be like, look, no. Give me I got millions of dollars. No, I'm good. I'm gonna go walk back to the crib. Thank you, but no, thank you. I'm good. I'm not playing no football. But man, that's what you get when you love the game, man. He really loves the game. He really wanted to go out. Man, and I always say that, man. I've told this to a couple of friends. I don't blame Peyton Manning for coming back. How could you live with yourself when your sucky ass brother has 2 Super Bowl rings and you only have one? I'd be pissed off too. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm throwing 50 touchdowns and I'm still gonna lose the Super Bowl. That's Peyton Manning. So yeah, I don't blame him for coming back, but man, I don't know. My health is a little bit more important than that second Super Bowl ring. Then again, it is my sucky ass brother who has more than me, and I kind of pissed off about it. It's Eli. How can you lose to Eli?
Well,
But Tom
Patrick.
Brady loses to him all the time, so it doesn't matter.
Well, Patrick, is it? But with that being said, with him being ready, well, the retirement talk will be. I mean, the retirement talk is already kind of started. It's really just a matter of when at this point.
Yeah.
With that said, though, do you think it's time to go back to them if Denver's going to make this run? And when we look at their team, they have a good defense. Peyton Manning probably, like we said earlier in the season, he probably hasn't played with as good of a defense as he has right now. So with Brock Osweiler being in there, having lost 2 games in a row, even though me personally, I don't think it's really his fault. His receivers have kind of let him down a little bit too, and the offensive line isn't that good, which that really puts look. And Brock Osweiler is actually mobile. So if you put Peyton Manning back there with that offensive line, does it really make a difference? I mean, he already threw 17 interceptions before he went out the game, or before he went out because of the foot injury. So
I don't think it's mattering. I mean, at this point, I don't think Brock is gonna win the game. I don't think Peyton is gonna win the game. To me, neither one of these quarterbacks is gonna be the man to win the Super Bowl for this team. It's just not gonna happen. You look at overall what you got, what you're going against. Cam Newton and the Panthers, Tom Brady and the Patriots. Who else you got? Bridgewater and the Vikings.
well, that's the other conference.
Regardless, I'm just naming them across because I mean, eventually they're going to have to play one of those teams on the other conference anyway for a Super Bowl. And if Denver makes it that far, are they even going to win? I doubt they're even going to make it that far because you look like you said, Kansas City, same conference or same division. What are you going to do with a team that's just won 8 in a row and they're really flying under the radar? Nobody's even paying attention to those.
Still got Cincinnati,
You still
which
got
they play Cincinnati Monday. They play Cincinnati Monday night.
Mm-hmm. So you look at all these things, and you can't count out Green Bay. You always got to have Green Bay. Seattle starting to step back up again. I don't think that they're really it's gonna matter. I don't even think they're Super Bowl contenders at this point, but they're stepping back up again. Arizona and Pittsburgh. I mean, all these teams. Eventually, you're gonna have to either play them or you're gonna play them in your conference, or you're gonna play them in the Super Bowl. And me personally, if Peyton Manning is going to make a return, which I doubt, I don't think he should. If he's going to, you sit him down for the rest of the season, bring him in if Brock's injured or something like that. But he's a bench player from this point forward, so he can start next year. That would be my call. But at this point, I mean, I don't think they're even gonna. I don't even think they're going to be contending for a Super Bowl at this point. I think they'll go out first round.
So you rolling with Brock Osweiler too?
I would roll with Brock because
off at this point.
yeah, because Peyton Manning just needs to retire.
Yeah, I feel like this, man, because I think Brock Osweiler is actually doing a pretty good job, even though they've lost the last couple. I would put Peyton Manning in only if he is healthy. Now, again, you know the offensive line, like we said, they've been struggling.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably got a quicker delivery than Brock does. So you'll take your chances with the quicker delivery and with Peyton Manning's cerebralness at the line of scrimmage. With that said, if he is injured still, you can't bring him in there because now at that time he's hurting the team at that point. Only if he's completely healthy. And again, personally, I don't think Brock Osweiler's done that bad of a job. The game against Oakland, that was his receivers destroyed them. Everybody dropped passes.
They have. Man, I think I counted 140 dropped balls.
You're 140. You're so crazy.
He threw 141 passes and 140 of them were dropped.
That's terrible.
Those receivers were bad.
They were pretty bad though, man.
Horrible.
So, and then there was a play. Oh my God, Vernon Davis. Wow, this man. You talk about alligator arming because he didn't want to get hit. That's what he did. It was a perfect throw. This was a perfect throw over the linebackers, right in front of the safety. Vernon Davis had it, and I guess he saw a safety come in, and he just pulled those arms back. No, that ain't gonna be me. I ain't gonna be getting smacked up like that. I guess that's one of those business decisions you gotta make sometimes.
Yes.
But terrible, dude. You're a tight end. Take that hit, man. Are you kidding me? Help your quarterback out. So I think there's been a little bit of that also. The offensive line has been bad, and the receivers have not helped him much in these last couple of games. In the first half, they had a pretty good first half against Pittsburgh. I don't know what happened in the second half. I give credit to Pittsburgh's defense. They turned the pressure up on Mouse Riley.
Like crazy in that second. They were blitzing like crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
I think the only team that blitzed more than Pittsburgh last week was Atlanta. Did you see how many times they blitzed last week?
It's about time.
Dude, they sent the house 90% of the time, dude. I was sitting here going, oh my God, we're gonna get burnt. Boom, sack, boom, sack, boom, sack. I was like, my God, it's about time though. It was about time. I was excited.
Patrick, this is my mentality on defense. I said, because I was actually talking to my dad about this when we were watching the games on Sunday. I said, if you're playing zone coverage and you're getting ate up anyway, just blitz. Screw it.
Dude, I'm blitzing. I don't care.
Me too. I'm blitzing anyway, but I'm just saying, definitely if your zone is getting torched.
I can tell you right now, the offensive coordinator knows how to play. He knows exactly what I'm bringing there. I would tell him, I'm blitzing. Are you going to play any man? I'm blitzing. How many are you going to send? Every one of them.
Because I
will send 12 if I have to. I'll send 10. I don't care. But however many wide receivers you put out, the rest are coming towards you.
I say you might as well. You might as well blitz. Might as well. Well,
but, dude, Atlanta blitzed like crazy. And then another game I want to point out. I got to point this game out, dude, because this was the worst game of the week. Had to be the worst game of the week. Houston versus Indianapolis. That game sucked.
and one of those teams are going to win the division.
I know it. Hey,
going to win the AFC South.
14, baby.
Yeah, bring your 14-2.
Bring your 14-2 ass up here to this 2-14 team. See what happens. Oh, we're going home. We're already there. What's up?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So what is it? Win or stay home?
Win or stay home, baby. Come on. Win or stay home. Look, my pay is gonna be the same because I ain't gotta go nowhere. I ain't gotta pay no gas. Gas is expensive too. It's like $2 still. But I ain't gotta pay nothing. 14-2. Come on up here. And you know that 14-2 team's like, man, it's some bullshit. Oh, right. I'd be. But that's what Indy's gonna do.
Yeah. Well, look. I mean, Houston. I guess they are in first place right now. I think they have a 7-7 record, and yeah, basically if they win everything, somebody's going to be coming down to Houston with it looks like to be an 11-5 record. So that crazy. Well, let's talk about Odell Beckham real quick. So you saw he was getting into it with Josh Norman of the Carolina Panthers, and they were just pretty much fighting after every single play, pretty much. And then, the man just pretty much lost his composure. So now he got a game suspension for mostly probably that hit. Everybody's seen it by now, I'm sure. The block where he peeled back and flew helmet first into Josh Norman's helmet.
He beamlined his ass too. He's like, just beamlined for him, dude. When I saw it, I just kind of looked and was like, what can I say?
Dookie look. Yes, exactly. Dookie look.
That segment's coming. But you know what? He's gonna get a Dookie look for his blonde hair anyway. Come on, blonde hair. I mean, look, dude. I normally don't go this route. I'm not going to go. I normally don't go. Blonde hair on a black dude. Come on.
You're so stupid.
No. Look, shave it off. Act right. That's what he needs. He needs a good can of act right. That's what he needs.
Wow. Well, Patrick, dude, since he got suspended for a game, he's going to appeal his suspension, or he's going to appeal the suspension.
Yep.
What are your feelings on that whole situation? First of all, how you feel about how that whole thing materialized during the game, and do you think his suspension should be lifted?
Well, I mean, look, we've already talked about this. Me and you already talked about this before, so I'm going to steal your bit a little bit. No, he needs to be suspended for it. Me personally, I think it should be a suspension for the hit and a fine for acting the way he did. I mean, he just completely acted like a jackass the entire time.
Lost his composure.
He lost his composure. And, you know, to me, you make that amount of money, you need to make sure you keep a cool, calm head on your shoulders to make the right decisions. Now, am I going to be mad for the fact that he scuffled with Norman as much as he did? I'm really not mad about that. What I would say the fine would come for is because of the hit. The hit should lead to the suspension. The hit is what justifies the fighting going too far. Now, if he never hit him, the fine is neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he did hit him, that justifies the fact that there has to be a penalty for that situation. I mean, just to blatantly helmet to helmet the guy after a play, and I mean, and honestly, the play was already over, and I think if I recall, I think the whistles were even blown at that point. So he beamlines straight to Norman, puts his face mask, gives him a little kiss on the cheek, and who falls? Odell Beckham. For the fact that he was the only one. He's the one that put the helmet to helmet, and he fell.
Well, he came in there out of control. I mean, he came just diving in. This was a heat-seeking missile toward Josh Norman's face.
It looked like this though.
He left his feet. He was trying to do some damage. He left his feet like he launched himself.
But this is the funny thing. Okay, so Norman is down like this, and Beckham hits him here, and he goes like this. And Beckham rolls. And Norman
Norman got mushed in the face.
He got mushed in the face, man. I wasn't mad. I would have looked because he mushed me in my face. He's like, I'd have been. Norman's still on his feet. Odell is like rolling. I'm like, dude, you just flopped 50 yards down the field, dude. LeBron, get up.
Patrick, there was other players in the pile, man. So I think he did, and that's what makes it even worse. He jumped over the pile to get this.
He jumped over the pile, and Norman still was the only one. He turned literally 90 degrees. And Odell has rolled 14 times to the 50-yard line, and this happened on 3. I mean, I'm like, dude, you flopped 40 yards down the field. I'm like, dude, are you LeBronin? Are you LeBronin all the way down the field right now? I mean, come on. Find him for taking as many rolls as he did.
Look, man. So here's the thing, man. Odell Odell Beckham made that hit, and I agree that's your suspendable offense because this is what the NFL. Well, this is what the NFL has been campaigning to eliminate for years now. These helmet to helmet hits where a person launches himself toward another person and connects to the other person's head and neck area. Now,
Right.
we pretty much thought it would be a defensive player getting the fine instead of a wide receiver, but these are the type of hits they're trying to get rid of. So they suspended him. If you're the NFL and you hear this appeal and you decide you're going to lift the suspension, this shows pretty much without a shadow of a doubt the NFL is about money. Again, the Giants are playing on Sunday Night Football against the Vikings coming up. And this would be the game, of course, Odell Beckham misses. Sunday Night Football was the game we all got to know Odell Beckham because of that one-handed catch against the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
So, if they lift this bad boy, to me, it would confirm what we've been feeling for years, that money is the bottom line with this league instead of the safety of the players. What he did to Josh Norman on that particular play, it was a dirty play. I'm not going to call Beckham a dirty player, but that was a dirty play. And and so if you're going to come in there and do that and suspend him for it, you have to stick with that suspension. You have to send that message. If player safety is the priority, you got to stick with that suspension. Or else, what have you been fighting for the last few years?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, what have you been fighting for if they lift this? I mean, me personally, I doubt it's going to be lifted. But I can tell you right now, him rolling the 14 times across the field, I thought was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, man, when I was watching the whole
I'm
thing,
glad
it
he
was
done it.
hilarious.
I'm glad he done it. I mean, me personally, I'm glad he hit him as hard as he did because it just made him look stupid.
And look, hey, and then the funny part, Patrick, was when he did the roll. Josh Norman went and like he pointed at the official and was like, "You see this?" And then he pushed him down afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, Odell Beckham, man, he's a punk, man. You know who? You know what? You know who Odell Beckham reminds me of?
Who?
You know this whole skirmish between between Norman and Beckham reminds me of Papelbon and Harper.
Oh gosh, when he choked him.
Dude, Norman needs to just go ahead and choke out Beckham. Just go ahead and choke him out and put him in his place. Dude, he mushed him and and he rolled 14. He's a punk, man. It reminds me of LeBron James when he took that charge from Jeff Teague when he back before he went to Miami. And LeBron ended up like 3 rows into the bleachers, and Jeff Teague was like 5'4", 110 pounds, and LeBron was like,
Look, man.
and he was in the 4th row, and he was like, "Did you see that, ref? Did you see that, ref?" And then it was like the next play, he's sitting there tying his shoe, and what's his name? Al Horford doesn't see him and runs over him, and Al Horford hits the ground because it's like hitting a rock. I'm like, dude, you're 6'5", 260 pounds, dude. That's more like it. But Jeff Teague touches him. But Muggsy Bogues comes running down there. He goes, and LeBron's like, ah!
Yeah, flying into the stands.
He's flying in the stands, man. I'm like, dude, come on.
And then here's another thing, real quick, Patrick. With Odell Beckham, I don't think this is a secret, man. If you're able to get physical with him, and if you're able to get physical and kind of rough him up a little bit, he starts to lose his composure, and it overflowed on Sunday. But I think that's been the thing. If you can put some hands on him, he starts to get a little bit rattled. People start to get into his head, and I guarantee this is going to be a blueprint for every other team now from here on out who plays the Giants. Let's get physical with them, and let's see how he responds. Let's see if he's going to leave this feet and launch himself.
I want to play him so bad right now. I want to play him so bad.
Oh, boy. Well, man. That's a...
Hey, Beckham, cup check. Beckham, cup check. He'd be like, stop playing with my balls. Cup check. Hey, you're getting me mad. I'm about to headbutt you. Cup check.
Oh, boy.
You got blonde hair, Beckham. Cup check.
Well, on that note, Patrick, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap this one up. So we'll see. We'll see how the timing goes. If we're able to do another webcast or not. For this week. If not, we will wish all y'all a Merry Christmas and enjoy the holidays. And if we're not able to come back, then we'll be back next week with one. Is there anything else you want to add, Patrick, before we go?
I would say just go ahead and let's just do one next week, because the next time we would do one would be Thursday, which is Christmas Eve. So let's just go ahead and just tell them now. We're going to be back next Tuesday. We're going to enjoy our holidays. Everybody enjoy yours, and we'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Well, yeah. Continue to like the page, subscribe to it on YouTube, like the page on Facebook. You guys already know about the new additions that we're trying to do starting in the new year. And yeah, other than that, man, tell us what you think about everything. If we can make some improvements, then we will work with it. And please respond. We love feedback. As we told you before, we're still waiting for a little bit. So,
Don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared. And look, we're just people. So
we're awesome people, but don't be scared.
Yeah, there you go. And so on that note,
awesome.
Again,
what's up?
So on that note, again, everybody have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with your family and enjoy all the sports that will be going on. Bowl season is kicked off. You have the NFL, some more NFL action coming up. So everybody enjoying that, and we will talk next week. Take care.